geometry, study of angles and sides of triangle, alphabet, gamma, phi, psi, xi. Let's sing together so we can learn.
Hello students, how are you? This is the digital platform of Akshar Education. In this video, we are going to discuss additional practice sums based on probability standard 10. So now, question number 1. Students, here, the given question is the king, queen and jack. The king, queen and jack. King, queen and jack of the clubs are removed from the deck of 52 cards. A deck of 52 cards is there. Out of that 52 cards, 3 cards of clubs are removed. So now we are having total number of cards. So now total number of cards, it's a n, and total number of cards are, we can say 52 minus 3, removing 3 cards. So now total number of cards are 49 and well shuffled. After removing that 3 cards, the deck of playing cards is well shuffled. Now one card is selected from the remaining cards. What is our random experiment? Our random experiment is to select one card from the deck of playing cards, which consists of total 49 cards. So random experiment is selection of one card from the remaining cards. Selection of one card from the deck of 49 cards, because these 3 cards of clubs are removed. Find the probability of getting heart. Second question, find the probability of getting king. Third question, find the probability of getting club. And fourth question, find the 10 of heart. Total 4 questions are there. So first we have to write the event for question number A. For question number 1, let event is selected. First question is find the probability of getting heart. So we are defining event A. Randomly selected card. What is event A? Randomly selected card is a heart. Or you can write probability of getting a heart. Your event may be probability of getting heart. So what are the favorable number of outcomes? Number of favorable outcomes by which a heart is selected. A card of heart is selected from the total 49 cards. So total how many hearts are there in deck of playing cards? Total 52 cards are there. King, queen and jack of clubs are removed. Clubs are removed. So total 10 cards of clubs are there, and total 13 cards of heart are still present in these 49 cards. So total number of hearts are 13. Done. So now we can write the probability of occurrence of event A, that is number of favorable outcomes, m divided by n, total number of outcomes, that is equal to 13 by 49 is the answer. Clear students? This is how you can represent your answer. Now for question number 2, we have to find the probability of getting a king. So here we can write the event like this: randomly selected card is a king, or you can write probability of getting a king. Probability of getting a king. Or you can write this event as a randomly selected card is a king. Done. So what is the probability of getting king? So that is our favorable outcome. So defining favorable outcome, m equal to total how many kings are there in a playing cards. In any playing card, in a deck of playing card, total 4 kings are there. Out of that 4 kings, the king of club is removed. So now presently in playing cards, total 3 kings are there. So number of favorable outcomes are 3. So probability of getting event B, P of B equal to number of king divided by total number of cards. Now number of king present in a card are 3 divided by total number of cards for the selection are 49. So it's a 3 by 49 is the probability of getting king in a card. Done. Answer 1, answer 2. Now answer 3. Let's say it's a event C, that is Randomly selected card is a club. So probability of getting a club. Probability of getting a club. So total how many club cards are there? How many club cards are there in a playing card? Total 13 club cards are there. Out of total 13 cards, these 3 cards, king, queen and jack, are removed. So now we are having 13 minus 3, total 10 club cards are present in deck of playing cards. So probability of getting C, probability of getting event C is m by n, that is equal to 10 upon 49 is the answer. Done. Fourth answer, say event D, that is 10 of heart. Probability of getting event is probability of getting the 10th of heart. Probability of getting 10 of heart. So total how many 10s are there in a heart? Total 1 card is there. 1 10 of heart is there. So probability of occurrence of event D is m upon n, which is equal to 1 upon 49. 1 upon 49 is the answer. Clear? Pause the video and write it properly. The most important question is the probability of selecting green marble at the random from the jar that contains only green, white and yellow marbles. The jar contains 3 types of marbles: green marble, white marble and yellow marble is 1 by 4. The probability of selecting green marble from the jar is 1 by 4, and the probability of selecting white marble from the same jar is 1 by 3. In this jar contains 10 yellow marbles. Total number of yellow marbles in a jar are 10. So what is the total number of marbles in a jar? So one jar is there. In jar total 3 types of marbles are there: green, white and yellow. We have to find total number of marbles in a jar. Total number of yellow marbles are 10, but number of green marbles and number of white marbles are not given. Here you have to find total number of marbles in a jar. So if you find total number of green marbles and total number of white marbles, so you will get total number of marbles in a jar. Done? So here this number of green marbles and number of white marbles are not given. So let's assume, let number of green marbles be the x, and number of white marbles be y. Total 3 types of marbles are there: green marbles, white marbles and yellow marbles. Number of yellow marbles in a jar are given. Number of yellow marbles. So number of yellow marbles are 10. Done? So what is the total number of marbles? So here we can say total number of marbles in a jar are x plus y plus 10. X plus y plus 10. So here if you find the value of this x and y, we will get our answer. Done? So this is total number of marbles. Now what is another thing given in the question? Here we are given the probability. Here the probability of selecting green marble is given. Probability of selecting green marbles from the jar, and probability of selecting white marbles from the jar is given. Probability of selecting white marble from the jar is given. Done? So here let's event A. Event A is probability of probability of selecting green marble, probability of selecting green marble from the jar. So number of green marbles in a jar, that is our favorable outcomes. So what is the number of green marbles? Number of green marbles is x. Done. And total number of marbles, let total number of marbles say n. So probability of selecting probability of selecting green marble is nothing but the m by n, and that is equal to x upon this one, x plus y plus 10. Probability of selecting green marble is given in our question. Students, the probability of selecting green marble at a randomly from the jar that contains only green, white and yellow marble is 1 by 4. Probability of selecting green marble is given 1 by 4. So this is equal to 1 by 4. So here we are getting one linear equation in two variable, that is x upon x plus y plus 10 equal to 1 by 4. Perform cross multiplication. So here we are getting 4x equal to x plus y plus 10, and this one is 3x minus y, 3x minus y equal to 10. 3x minus y is equal to 10 is the first linear equation in two variable. Done. Similarly, probability of selecting white marble is given. So let's say event B, that is probability of selecting white marble. So number of white marbles are m equal to number of white marbles that we assume y. So probability of event B is m by n, that is y upon total number of marbles, x plus y by 10, and also probability of selecting white marble is given, which is equal to 1 by 3, hence this is equal to 1 by 3. So again we are getting another linear equation in two variables. Cross multiplication. So it's a 3y equal to x plus y plus 10. Simplification. It will be x minus 2y, x minus 2y equal to minus 10. Say this one is equation number 2. Pair of linear equation in two variables. Solve this pair of linear equation in two variables. So this is 3x, this is x. So what we can do, multiply this equation with 3. So we are getting 3x minus 6y equal to minus 30, and this equation number 1 is 3x minus y equal to 10. Change the sign, minus plus minus. Cut this, minus 6y plus y minus 5y equal to minus 40. Y equal to 5, it's a 40. What is y? Y is total number of white marbles. And put this value of y in equation 1. So put in equation 1, we are getting the value of x. So 3x minus 8. 3x minus 8 equal to 10. Hence 3x equal to 18 and x equal to 6. X equal to 6. So total number of green marbles are 6. Question is find total number of marbles in a jar. So this is our answer, x plus y plus 10. So what is x? 6 plus 8 plus 10. So you have to write the answer. Total number of marbles in a jar are 6 plus 8 plus 10. This is equal to 24. Total 24 marbles are there in a jar is our answer. Clear? We verify karo. What is the probability of selecting white marble? Probability of selecting white marble is, probability of selecting green marble is 1 by 4. So number of green marbles, 6. Total number of marbles 24. 6 by 24, 1 by 4. Total number of white marbles 8. So probability of selecting white marbles, 8 by 24, 1 by 3. Verified. Pause the video and note it down. Question number 3. A child game has 8 triangles. Child game has 8 triangles. Out of 8 triangles, 3 triangles are blue, 3 blue triangles, and the rest are red. So 3 blue triangles. So rest means 5 triangles are red triangles. So total 8 triangles, out of which 3 are blue. So blue triangles, triangles of blue color we can say. So total blue triangles are 3, rest are red triangles. So red triangles are 5. So total 8 triangles are there. So child game has 8 triangles, in which 3 blue triangles and 5 red triangles, and 10 squares are there, out of which 6 blue. So blue squares are there, blue squares. So how many blue squares are there? 6 blue squares are there, and rest means out of 10, 6 are blue. So rest means 4 red squares are there. So red squares are 4. So total 10 squares are there. So child game consists of total 18 figures, out of which 8 triangles are there and 10 squares are there. Out of 8 triangles, 3 blue triangles are there and 5 red triangles are there, and out of 10 squares, 6 blue squares are there and 4 red squares are there. Done. This is given data. Now one piece is lost at randomly. Total how many pieces are there? Total 18 pieces are there. So total number of pieces, that is the value of n, that is equal to total 18 pieces are there. Out of that 18 pieces, one piece is lost at randomly. So now you have to find the probability that the lost piece is a triangle, probability that lost piece is square, probability that lost piece is square of blue color, or probability that lost piece is triangle of red color. Total 4 questions are there. Done. So let's try to solve all this one by one. So for question 1, we are assuming event A. Probability that it is triangle. So lost piece is triangle. First event is lost piece is triangle. So that is our favorable outcome. So number of triangles, how many triangles are there? Either it can be blue or red. So total number of triangles are 8. So probability of occurrence of event A is m by n, number of triangles divided by total number of pieces, that is 18. So 8 by 18, 4 by 9 is the answer. 4 by 9 is the answer. First one. Second one, lost piece is square. Event B, lost piece is square. Lost piece is square. So here number of squares, how many squares are there? So either it can be blue or red. Total 10 squares are there. So m equal to 10. So probability of occurrence of event B, P of B, that is m by n, equal to 10 by total number of pieces 18. So it's a 5 by 9. 5 by 9. Done. Third one is there. Lost piece is square of blue color. Event C, lost piece is square of blue color. Square of blue color. So m equal to square of blue color. Square of blue color. Total 6 pieces are there. So m equal to 6. So probability of getting event C is m by n, which is equal to 6 by 18, that is equal to 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Done. Fourth one, that is probability that lost piece is triangle of red color. Let's say event D, event is lost piece is which one? Triangle of red color. It's a triangle of red color. So how many triangles of red colors are there? Triangle of red color, total 8 triangles are there, in which 3 blue triangles are there, and rest, that means total 5 triangles are of red color. So m equal to 5. So probability of event D is m upon n, and that is equal to 5 upon 18. Clear, students? So this is how you can solve your question number 3. Pause the video and note it down. Okay, students, now question number 4. A bag contains 5 red balls and some blue balls. 5 red balls and some blue balls. So two types of balls are there, red balls and blue balls. If the probability of drawing a blue ball from the bag is, first event is drawing a blue ball randomly from the bag. So probability of drawing a blue ball, drawing means selecting blue balls from the bag is thrice. It's a comparison between probability of selecting blue ball and probability of selecting red ball. So probability of selecting blue ball from the bag is thrice. It's a 3 times of the probability of selecting the red ball from the bag. Find the number of blue balls. You have to find number of blue balls in the bag. Done. So one bag is there, 2 types of balls are there, red and blue. Number of red balls are 5, number of blue balls are unknown, so we will assume that will as a x, and we will comparing the probabilities of this, probability of selecting these 2 types of balls. So now here we are given that number of red balls, number of red balls are 5, number of blue balls that you have to find. So let's assume, let number of blue balls is equal to x. So that is the total number of balls in a bag. So total number of balls will be 5 plus x. Done. So now what is the probability of selecting blue balls? So probability of selecting blue balls equal to number of favorable outcomes, number of blue balls, x, upon total number of outcomes, total number of balls, 5 upon x. Say this one is the result number 1. Now what is the probability of selecting red ball? So probability of selecting red ball is nothing but the number of red balls, that is 5 upon total number of balls, that is 5 plus x. Say this one as a result number 2. Now comparison between these 2 probabilities are given. Probability of drawing blue ball, this one is thrice the probability of selecting red ball, this one. So hence we are given that probability of selecting blue ball is thrice, 3 times of probability of selecting red balls. This is given. So what is the probability of selecting blue ball? Number of blue balls upon total number of balls. Total number of blue balls are unknown, so it's x upon total number of balls, 5 red balls plus x blue balls, equal to 3 into multiplication of probability of selecting red ball, number of red balls, 5 upon total number of balls, 5 red ball plus x blue balls, 5 plus x. So this is the equation. Solve this equation. So x upon 5 plus x equal to 15 upon 5 plus x. Direct 5 plus x cut. So x equal to 15. X equal to 15. What is x? number of blue balls. Hence our answer, number of blue balls are nothing but the 15. Number of blue balls are nothing but the 15. Done? So pause the video and note it down. Okay students, now question number 5. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. Throwing a dice is a random experiment while we are studying mathematics. Because outcome of throwing a dice is unpredictable. But if we consider Mahabharata, Sakuni Mama. So for Sakuni Mama, throwing a dice is not the random experiment because he is we can say it's a very perfect in throwing a dice and he can obtain the number whatever he wants. So for Sakuni Mama, throwing a dice is not the random experiment. So here two dice are thrown simultaneously. So what is the probability that 5 will not come up on either of them? 5 will come up on at least one. 5 will come up at both the dice. So throwing two dice simultaneously is our random experiment. So first we will list out the total possible outcomes. So total number of outcomes. Total outcomes in throwing a dice. Total number of outcomes in throwing dice. Throwing two dice simultaneously. Throwing two dice simultaneously. So total number of outcomes we know it's a 36. So now we will make a list of total 36 outcomes. So 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4 2 5 2 6. Now this is order pair. First number represent number on first dice, second number represent number on second dice. So numbers occur on dice from 1 to 6. 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5 3 6 4 1 4 2 4 3 4 4 4 5 4 6 5 1 5 2 5 3 5 4 5 5 5 6 6 1 6 2 6 3 6 4 6 5 6 6. Total 36 outcomes are there. Done. Now first probability of event A. So event A is 5 will not come up on either of them. Suppose event A, this one, 5 will not come up. 5 will not come up on either of them. Either of them. 5 will not come on either of them. That means दोनों में से किसी भी डाइस पर 5 नहीं आना चाहिए. तो उतने कितने आउटकम है जिस पर 5 आ रहा है? देखो, here and here. ना, these are the outcomes on which 5 comes. So total how many outcomes are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Total 11 outcomes are there in 5 comes. We require 5 will not come. So here n equal to 36 minus 11. So remaining 25 outcomes are there in which 5 is not there. So probability of occurrence of event A in which 5 will not come up either of them is m by n equal to 25 by 36 is the first answer. 25 by 36. Second, question number 2. 5 will come up on at least one. Suppose event B, 5 will come up on at least one. 5 will come up on at least one. So total how many outcomes are there? Total how many outcomes are there on which at least 5 come? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 11 outcomes are there in which at least 5 comes. So m equal to 11. So probability of event B is 11 upon 25. 11 upon 25. And third one, 5 will come up at both the dice. 5 will come up at both the dice. 5 will come up at both the dice. So total how many outcomes are there in which 5 comes up on the both the dice? This is only one outcome in which 5 comes up in both the dice. So m equal to 1 only. So probability of occurrence of event C is m by n equal to 1 by 36. 1 by 36. Again 11 by 25, 11 by total number of outcomes, 36. Done. So this is how you can solve this question number 5. Pause the video and note it down. Okay students, now the most important question is find the probability of getting 53 Mondays in a leap year. Find the probability of getting 53 Monday in a leap year. So here first you have to consider what is leap year. So leap year is the year in which total 366 days are there. Total 366 days are there. Done. And we have to find the probability of 53 Mondays in a leap year. So 53 Mondays will be there if 53 weeks are there in a year. So here in this 366 days, first we have to find how many weeks are there. So for that we are dividing 366. Total number of days in a leap year are 366, dividing it by 7. So here 7 5s are 35, 1 6, 7 2s are 14, and 2 days will be there. So in a leap year, if we are talking about the leap year in which total 52 complete weeks are there plus remaining 2 days are there. Total 366 days are there. So which consists of 52 complete weeks and 2 extra days are there. Our question is probability of getting 53 Mondays. So 52 weeks are there, that means 52 Mondays are there. For 53 Mondays we require 1 Monday out of these 2 days. Done. So for this remaining 2 days, which are the different possibilities? That 2 days can be, remaining 2 days can be Sunday and Monday, or it can be Monday or Tuesday. It can be Tuesday or Wednesday. It can be Wednesday and Thursday. It can be Thursday or Friday. It can be Friday and Saturday, or it can be Saturday and Sunday, or it can be Sunday and Monday. So how many possibilities are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 possibilities are there. We require 53 Mondays. So for 53 Mondays, our favorable outcomes are Sunday and Monday, Monday and Tuesday. 2 favorable outcomes are there. Total number of outcomes are 7. So here probability of getting 53 Monday, probability of getting 53 Monday is equal to 2 favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, 2 by 7 is the answer. Clear students? Pause the video and note it down.